Hello everybody, welcome to Polyglot Hacks, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how to maintain the languages that you've learned already. Stay tuned. Alright, so we all know that maintaining languages are super difficult, and if you don't know, well, let me tell you, it's super difficult. Honestly, if you don't use your languages, if you don't use it, you lose it. So that expression turns out very correct for those who have learned a language, and I think it's a little different for your native language and languages that you've learned. I think that native languages are much more easier to hold on to. However, even those, after a long time, you will start to lose them, but learned languages are really the ones that you have to practice much more frequently. So before you get bored of me talking, let's get into number one. Netflix. So I strongly recommend that you watch all your shows in a different language on Netflix. And nowadays, if it's a Netflix show, there's many languages that you can choose from. So you really shouldn't have a problem trying to find these shows that are in your target language. This has helped me to just be able to hear and to try to comprehend what they're saying. If you're having trouble, use subtitles. But I've found that just being around the language, just hearing it, and just thinking about the sentence structure subconsciously while the people on the TV are having a conversation, it honestly really helps to maintain the language. Number two, meet up with groups. So there's an app called Meetup that allows people to get together for a certain reason. So there's hiking groups, there's jogging groups, there's walking groups, and you can also find, you know what, language groups. So if you need to practice a language, you can find a language group of your target language. I used to go to one for French, and it honestly really helped to practice, to be around the language, and it kind of seemed like immersion. So it was a really cool experience. Factor number three, talk to yourself in the shower. This method is so effective. All you have to do is literally talk to yourself in the shower. You're not going to be doing much else, and it's just a place where you can talk to yourself about any subject. Usually for me, I like to try to talk about maybe what I did yesterday, or what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, or what I'm going to be doing later that day. And that really helps me kind of maintain just forming a conversation, or just talking, or just using some vocabulary. It really works. Try it out. Factor number four, read a book. And if you can, find a familiar book that you know or that you've already read, and find it in the target language that you have. Now, a perfect example of this is Harry Potter. I read Harry Potter books throughout my childhood, and they are in many languages. So I have read some Harry Potter books in French, and it definitely helps to learn some vocabulary. I used Lingy and Enki to learn some vocabulary. If you haven't seen my video on learning vocabulary, you should check it out. I will put a link on the screen somewhere. Number five, talk with others online. Now, if you haven't already seen the video, I made a video on how to talk with others online on conversationexchange.com. Now, this is a website where you can contact others and you can talk to each other on Skype, and it becomes really easy to practice your target language. Now, if you also want to find WhatsApp groups and other communication with native speakers, you can find this on Facebook. So Facebook groups sometimes have groups made already that you can request to join, and that'll really help you with your language learning process, because when you're going to be seeing natives respond and you're going to be responding to natives, that'll just be amazing for your language learning process. Number six, you can translate conversations that you're having in your native language. So for example, if I'm having a conversation with my friend in English, I can be translating that exact same conversation in French. Now, if there's a word that appears in your head that you don't know, or you're like, how the heck do I say that? That's when you go to Lingy and you search it up and you add it to Enki and you study it later. That really helps learn new vocabulary and to just be using the language in your head. You don't even have to speak it. Alright, so thanks so much for watching my video. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe, comment, like, share. It'll help the channel so much. Again, thank you so much, and I'll be putting out new content like always. Thank you. Bye.